Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to discuss the latest travel restrictions for foreign tourists under the visa-free privileges of EO or Executive Order number 408. The Interagency Task Force in the Philippines issued Resolution number 164 and also 164A, providing the amendments to the previous resolutions regarding the entry and testing requirements for foreign tourists. There are now new updates as of March 12. Here are the summary of updates. The first update is that there are now newly added visa-free foreign tourists from select countries. Actually, these are all stated under Executive Order number 408, but now IATF specifically outlined these foreign tourists. Second, there are now expanded testing options for foreign nationals and all eligible passengers. The third update is that there are 3 more countries added under the Reciprocity Agreement of the Philippines where the national proof of vaccination can be accepted for purposes of quarantine-free stay in the Philippines. Here are the latest immigration entry requirements. Prior to arrival, foreigners under EO 408 do not need a visa. In addition, you must have a passport valid for at least 6 months at the time of your arrival in the Philippines. Also, you must have a return or onward ticket. The requirement is that your return or onward ticket must be within 30 days for non-visa required countries under Executive Order number 408. Also, you must not be a restricted, blacklisted, or considered excluded alien by the Bureau of Immigration. Here are the list of countries for those entitled to visa-free stay of 30 days in the Philippines. Let me provide the latest travel requirements. Please comply with these requirements. First, you must have a travel insurance. It is a COVID medical insurance obtained prior to arrival, a travel insurance for COVID-19 treatment costs from reputed insurers with a minimum coverage of $35,000 for the duration of your stay in the Philippines. For the second requirement, there are more options. Present a negative RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours or a negative laboratory-based antigen test taken within 24 hours prior to the date and time of departure from the country of origin or first port of embarkation in a continuous travel to the Philippines excluding layovers, provided that he or she has not left the airport premises or has not been admitted into another country during such layover. There are more options now for foreign tourists, either a negative RT-PCR test or an antigen test. But make sure that you comply with the time frame requirements. Another important requirement is that you must provide proof of vaccination. If you are unvaccinated, you will be denied entry. You must only present one of the following options, either the yellow card or WHO approved ICV, or VaxCert PH if you are vaccinated in the Philippines, or the third one, national or state digital certificate, or a printed copy which has accepted reciprocal arrangement. The last one is other proofs of vaccination permitted by the IATF, but there's no other information provided. Passengers from the US do not need to present World Health Organization ICV or the yellow card. The Philippine government just updated the specific countries. Also, passengers from the US can present the CDC card as a stand-alone proof of vaccination, and it is acceptable under the third option. There's an updated acceptable national or digital proof of vaccination, so this means you can present a printed copy. You can use this vaccination certificate during arrival and also for interzonal or interzonal movement. Here are the latest countries included under the reciprocity agreement, which means that the vaccine certificates from these countries are acceptable in the Philippines and can be used as proof of vaccination for purposes of entry requirements. You will not be required to quarantine if your proof of vaccination are from these countries. These are only one of the acceptable proofs of vaccination under the third option. The fourth requirement is to fill out the One Health Pass within 3 days before travel and get the transaction number. You can also fill it out on the day of your travel. You must register, find the One Register icon, and click on that one and just fill out the important information. In addition, you must also upload your proof of vaccination and the negative RT-PCR test. Another requirement is to download and register Traze Mobile Application for contact tracing. This may not be required when you enter, but it is recommended to fill it out. Also, you must contact the local government unit of final destination before arrival. The requirement is only self-monitor for 7 days. Home quarantine is not required. However, if you develop symptoms, you must contact your local government unit. In addition, you must also use a face mask. Well, this is common knowledge. Face shield is no longer required unless in an alert area 4 and 5. Use S-Pass for domestic travel or if you have connecting flights. Make sure to register ahead of time for hassle-free travel. Here's the latest arrival protocol. So once you are admitted in the Philippines, you are no longer required to observe hotel quarantine or facility-based quarantine, but only monitor or self-monitor for any sign or symptom for 7 days, with the first day being the date of arrival. If you are unable to comply with the proof of vaccination or your proof of vaccination was not accepted, you will not be denied entry. There was an updated IATF Resolution 160D revising this A3 under 160B. So in short, you will not be denied entry. If your proof of vaccination is not acceptable, you will have to undergo facility-based quarantine for 5 days, and then the testing will be on the 5th day. You will have to undergo home quarantine after your facility-based quarantine, and you will have to do that until your 14th day of arrival. Now, the local government unit of destination and the Barangay Health Emergency Response Team, they are tasked to monitor those arriving passengers undergoing home quarantine. Let me also discuss the visa extension if you are planning to stay in the Philippines for more than 30 days. And this is only applicable for visa-free nationals under EO 408. Let's talk about the allowable extensions. First scenario, before expiration of visa for non-visa required or visa required. You only need to pay the fees, nothing more and nothing less, and you need to do it before expiration. However, if after the expiration of visa for non-visa required or visa required, you must pay the fines, pay the fees including arrears. Also, you must secure the necessary clearance for you to stay in the Philippines. For all visa required or non-visa required entry, can you extend the visa and pay the extension fee before arrival in the Philippines? The answer is no. You must be in the Philippines to do the extension. You must visit the nearest Bureau of Immigration office to pay and extend your visa. For those who are vaccinated, walk-ins are allowed. And for those unvaccinated, you must secure an online appointment. This is based on the Bureau of Immigration memorandum regarding serving their clients. Let's talk about the allowable extensions. Foreigners admitted under 9A visa or EO 408 for visa-free countries may extend their authorized stay every 2 months for a total stay of not more than 24 months for visa required and 36 months for non-visa required nationals. So 36 months or 3 years for those visa-free countries. These foreign nationals who are included under EO 408, so meaning to say, a visa is not required for 30 days. However, for foreign nationals who intend to stay more than 30 days for purposes other than tourism or leisure will be required to secure an EED. Let me clarify, if you are staying more than 30 days and we are only talking about foreign tourists or foreign nationals under EO 408 for non-visa required and those entitled to 30 days. So if your purpose is a medical purpose, you will need an entry exemption document. These are just some of the examples. Also, if you are going to establish a business. In addition, if you are getting married, this is not considered tourism as well. You will need an entry exemption document. If you are going to study, you will need an entry exemption document. Also for those who intend to work. In addition, if you plan to retire, that is not considered tourism as well. Also, if you wanted to live permanently in the Philippines. If you are a foreign tourist under the visa-free privileges, please share in the comments section below if you were able to enter the Philippines hassle-free. I would really appreciate it. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. And if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.